there was a game.
It's called Panic.
Each year, there are new players, new challenges.
If you're a fan of Squid Game and you've been craving something similar to fill that void, I've got you covered. This list is all about TV series, so if you're looking for something to binge watch, you've come to the right place, and trust me, some of these will have you hooked from the very first episode. Just subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let's get started. First up is Liar Game, the Japanese version. This series is all about manipulation, trust, and survival. It centers around a young woman named Nayo, who's invited to participate in a high-stakes game where the players have to outsmart each other, using deception and strategy. The catch is, the stakes are incredibly high, and one wrong move could cost them everything. Now, how is this similar to Squid Game? Well, it's all about people being forced into a game where they have to make life-or-death decisions. It also shares the psychological tension that Squid Game brought to the table, as trust becomes a major issue among players. If you love mind games and intense twists, Liar Game will definitely keep you hooked. Next on the list is Remind. This one's a psychological thriller that's guaranteed to mess with your head. It starts with a group of high school girls who wake up to find themselves trapped in a mysterious room, and they're forced to solve the puzzle of why they're there. Every episode gets more intense, and the stakes are higher as secrets and hidden motives come to light. The similarities to Squid Game are clear: people trapped in a life-or-death game with high emotional stakes. Like Squid Game, there's a lot of suspense, and the characters' decisions could lead to their ultimate downfall. If you love the tension and mystery in Squid Game, Remind will keep you guessing from start to finish. Coming in at number 3 is Sweet Home.
우리에겐 차윤수보다 강력한 무기는 없어요.
If you're a fan of survival and horror, this one is for you. The series is set in an apartment complex where residents are suddenly turned into monsters, and the survivors must figure out how to survive the chaos. It's action-packed, full of emotional moments, and definitely keeps the adrenaline pumping. Now, while Sweet Home is more on the supernatural side compared to Squid Game, both shows focus on survival in extreme circumstances. The characters have to make tough choices and form alliances to stay alive, much like in Squid Game. If you want something with a mix of survival horror and emotional drama, Sweet Home is a must-watch. Next up is Zero, the bravest money game. This series follows a group of people who are desperate for money and agree to participate in a deadly game where the winner gets a huge cash prize. But like Squid Game, the contestants soon realize that the game is far more dangerous than they could have imagined. Just like Squid Game, Zero is a high-stakes competition where people are forced to confront their darkest fears and make tough decisions to survive. The tension between characters, the desperation for money, and the life-or-death stakes make it a great pick for fans of Squid Game. At number 5, we've got The Purge.
It is the giving time.
People have a legal way to get rid of their anger and rage. Crime will go down. We'll all benefit.
This one's a little different because it's set in a world where, for 12 hours once a year, all crime is legal. People can do whatever they want. No consequences. It's violent, chaotic, and filled with moral dilemmas. How does it relate to Squid Game? Well, both shows focus on high-stakes survival, where people are pushed to their limits and must make difficult decisions. In The Purge, just like in Squid Game, the idea of life and death is constantly looming, and there's always the question of how far people are willing to go to survive. We can't talk about survival games without mentioning Alice in Borderland.
ゲームマスターがいるってこと。あれ。
ゲーム開始までお待ちください。
If you've watched Squid Game, you're probably familiar with this one. It's a Japanese series where a group of friends finds themselves in an alternate dystopian version of Tokyo where they must play deadly games to survive. Each game tests their intellect, courage, and alliances. Just like Squid Game, Alice in Borderland features life or death situations, with characters forced to rely on their wits and form alliances to make it out alive. The high stakes, psychological pressure, and unpredictability will definitely remind you of Squid Game. If you love intense survival challenges, this is one you don't want to miss. At number 7 is Panic.
Every player has a story.
You're not afraid.
Well, everybody's afraid of something.
Last year, this game put 2 of our kids in the ground, and someone's gonna pay.
In this series, teens in a small town compete in a series of dangerous challenges for a chance to win a life-changing cash prize. It's full of tension, betrayal, and high-stakes drama, just like Squid Game. While the setting is a bit different, focused on a group of young adults, the pressure of surviving the game and dealing with the emotional fallout mirrors what we saw in Squid Game. If you enjoy watching characters fight for survival while facing psychological pressure, Panic is definitely worth your time. Coming in at number 8, 3%, Brazilian dystopian series that follows a group of young people who compete for a chance to escape their poor, harsh reality and join the privileged society known as the offshore. However, only 3% of the participants will make it. The competition is brutal, and trust is a major theme. Just like in Squid Game, the stakes are life-changing, and the players have to constantly navigate between alliances and betrayals to survive. If you enjoyed the social commentary and survival themes of Squid Game, 3% is another must-watch. At number 9 is Memories of the Alhambra. This series blends augmented reality and mystery as a CEO investigates a game that blends virtual reality with real-life consequences. As the game becomes more intense, the line between virtual and reality starts to blur, leading to dangerous outcomes. While it's more on the tech and thriller side, the psychological tension and the stakes of survival are very much in line with what we saw in Squid Game. If you enjoy tech-driven mysteries and psychological suspense, you'll definitely want to check this one out. Finally, we've got Hellbound, a supernatural thriller where people are suddenly condemned to hell by mysterious beings, and society must deal with the chaos that follows. The show dives deep into the moral and existential questions of judgment and fear. It's not a typical survival game, but Hellbound shares Squid Game's exploration of fear, survival, and societal collapse. If you like tense, morally charged dramas with a dark twist, Hellbound will have you hooked. And that's it for today's list. These 10 series are perfect for fans of Squid Game, offering everything from high-stakes survival games to intense psychological drama. I hope you found something new to watch. Let me know in the comments which one you're most excited to binge watch, or if I missed any series you think should have been on the list. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.